Okay, this is now a test of the audio system. Can you all hear me? Cool. Awesome, we have sound. Alright, so now let's try this again. Let me just make sure we've got this good to go. So we have the Texas Super, which is our team playing against the Arizona Hotshots. Thank you, Superwoman, for the amazing logo for the Texas Super. They are both all on offense. I don't have a chat overlay, so I have no way of knowing which one is which, but we'll go with it. And we're going to go with that. And let's make this a 4-3 defense, because why not? These are all the players in there. If they're not a player, they're going to be... Come on. Going back for a second. I'm not messing with the playbooks. Cool, good to know. Ready? Ready. Alrighty. The weather for, as we said, was overcast. At night with light wind. And we're going to... Where are we going? Let's go to here. This one's good. Difficulty is an all-star. Rules are 3-minute quarter length with players getting fatigued. And the experts for tonight have the Super losing to the Arizona Hotshots. So we'll see how it goes. We have Terrell Brister in the quarterback for the Super, and Orange Cassidy in for the quarterback for the Arizona Hotshots. Let's get this game going. All right. I should probably open up the stream on my phone so I can actually read what all y'all are saying, because I feel like that would be good. So, tonight in Boston, for some reason, because they don't have the default Arizona Stadium. Oh man, switch the stadium home. That's okay. It's actually fixed with the midfield and all that, but we're going to go with it. So Chapman to take the kick. Takes it down. And we're off. Orange Cassidy back, gives it off to Alstott, who's got quite a bit of running. And they're on to 2nd and 2. I am not a good commentator, and he's brought down behind the line by Boddy McBotterson, a robot. But there is a penalty, so the Arizona Hotshots are now in good range. Who run it for essentially 2 yards. They're just grounding and pounding. Yeah, so he's brought down, and yeah. Are they going to punt it? Are they going to kick it? I think they're going to punt it. For a nice, good placement on the 10. So one thing about the sim you all should know is that it does go all the way back to the other side every time you're driving. Not that that's really a major thing, but Troy pressing with the ball gets very few yards. I went with the all playbook because it just gives a little bit of everything. We have a flag on the play. Brister's throw is not good. However, there's a holding, which is going to make for a bad time. AC, I would love to have you into the chat. I have no idea how to add you. So let me know. Shoot me. I think you have my phone number. Shoot me a text, and we will try and figure that out. And that's a safety. That's the first time I've seen a safety in this entire sim, in my extensive simming. I'm super proud of it. So we're going to figure out how to get things in commentary going. I just want to kind of show you guys the engine today, show you how it works, show you kind of what to expect when the players actually get good and what it's going to look like. As you can see, with 3-minute quarters, it's actually perfectly fine. It's not super long, not super short, as we are in the last 30 seconds of the first quarter. Cassidy is back. Jordals with the catch. One thing to keep in mind, all the bots have 55 ratings, meaning they are bad at a lot of things. So we are going to be outspeeding the bots in no time whatsoever, which is going to mean that players are going to have to adapt. As you can see, we've got the Super with the silvery gold helmets, and that was a good throw that was just a little too early. End of the first quarter, the Hotshots are leading 2-0. Eventually, we'll see a touchdown. I can feel it in my bones. Cassie back to pass. He's got his man and just a little bit off. And they're going to try for the field goal. Can they make this a 5-point game? It is up and no. Kickers are going to be really important in this thing. I don't think y'all realize how much fun this is going to be once we actually get good. And yes, the overthrows are absolutely amazing. So I can try and zoom in. When I zoom, it actually kind of zooms in on the football more than anything else. But after this play, I will show you a zoom. So options, game, video, camera zoom. So let's make it 0.75, make it a little bigger. And there we go. And you're going to see it as it actually goes. So the zoom doesn't really change much. But Troy pressing with actually some pretty good yardage there. I don't think you're being ignored. I just think it's simply me trying to read my phone chat while trying to see this thing. There's some stuff I need to get going with Twitch. This is really my first time Twitch streaming anything that isn't an NSFL draft. So it has been a little bit, and needless to say, first time streaming a game. So Team 1 was the Super, Team 2 was the Arizona Hotshots, just so this way you all know. The camera angle is weird. I'm going to fix it once again. We're going to go back to 5. We're going to actually increase the height a little bit too. So we're going to make them both 5. Again, this is why we do these tests now and not there. Buddy McBotterson back to punt to Fowler. Fowler gets it about 2 yards and then flails wildly for about 10 seconds in true great time. We are in the 2-minute warning. Texas with the timeout as Max Allstott is back to run. He is designed as a fullback, playing as a running back, which I love. It's probably going to, you are right, it is going to take a little bit to get used to. I'll be honest, the first time I did this, I'm like, it does not make any sense. It is tiny. But when you start playing more and when you start seeing it more and more, you get used to it. That was quite a cool spin move. As 3 people take on the Hydra roll to try and be 1 person, it does not work as they are bottled up for 2 yards. And they're back to pass with pressing. Pressing has distance, and if he had some speed, he'd be gone. There's a flag on the play. And that was, I don't know what that was. But that was something. Buddy McBotterson with the offsides, making it 2nd and 1. So I can try and get it closer. Let's try it. We'll see what happens. We're going full in zoom. Oh, right. It's the other way around. It's going full out zoom. All right, so I got to make that lower. And Banks has the ball. Who are you? 4 plus 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And pressing has the ball. So does this angle work better for people, or do we want it a little bit further back? If I can just get some answers on chat, that would be wonderful. Okay, a little bit lower. Let's try that. We're going to zoom it out about that. That looks good. Team 2 is the Hotshots. They are in white. As, was that a field goal no good? Yeah, I guess so. Wow. Kickers are going to be real. And we come to the end of the second half. All right. So as we can see, this game has been a true clash of titans, with neither team eclipsing 100 yards. Just bear in mind, we've had a total of 9 rushing plays and 7 passing plays. It's not that there haven't been any, it's that they've been very bad. We're going to get better. Because as we all know, it is going to be actually good when people start updating. Once you start getting speed into your players, start getting tackling power into your players, passing accuracy into your players, it becomes a very different game. I do like this is a 0-2 blowout. It is a satirical game if there ever was one. Pressing has distance. Oh my god, he could go all the... No. But he made it out there. That was quite a run. Brister back to pass. He's got Rico, who's just shy of a first down. And Brister's back to pass again. No, he gives it to Pressing, who's got some distance. Pressing is definitely has something. All right, I'm going to lower the camera height to that. Let's lower it a little more. I'm going to screenshot all this when this is all done. Like there. I feel like that's a little too low, but we'll go with it. And a pick! Too low. All right, I'll fix it in a second. Are we about to get a second safety? We have gotten a tie game of safeties. I want you all to imagine this really fast. The score is tied 2-2 with the safeties. This game is truly great. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a game of adjustment. Your kicker is a lineman. Everyone is a lineman. They're all at 55 stats. And we have another pick. That was a ridiculous pick. Let me see if it'll give me the pre-play information. Allstott is, let's see, can they show me? They don't show me that. There's a flag against Buddy McBotterson. Pushing them back 5 yards. All right, so we now have our game thing as Arizona's playing the Supers. If you're wondering which team you are, if you have your team in the end zone, you are Team 2, the Arizona Hotshots. If you have your team in the midfield, you are the Texas Super. I actually designed it so it was, and I tried to be smart, and that's what did me in. Never checking things again. Never not checking things again. We have another flag. Buddy McBotterson with the penalty. I think we're going to add in a stat. It's going to be fun. Actually, hold on. Alright guys, I have a question. Do you feel like the refs are playing the game more than the players? Because we cannot change the penalty rating. Let's lower it down a bit. So, the refs are going to stop playing as we have our third interception of the game with a penalty. So now the penalty rate should drop. It's why I didn't put things like penalty rating modifiers in there as a stat, although we could. So the refs have been lowered. They're a little more aggressive. I have bribed them to let the players play the game. So, as we'll see, if there are any more... Brister has all the time in the world for Buddy McBotterson. 3rd and 4. Are they going to give it to Pressing? They are not. Brister's back to pass. He's got his man in double coverage. What position does Brister play? Brister plays QB. Let me see. Options, game, P1 lead, stick push, video, show cheerleaders, don't need that. Legal forward pass. The cheerleaders look bad. We're not going to do it. Yeah. So we're going to keep those in. You don't want to see the cheerleaders, AC. They are, let me see how to describe it. No, you don't. You don't want to see them. They're just bad. Fine. You are the worst. Game. Video. Show cheerleaders. I hope you're happy. You will see them never. As you can see them on the sidelines, just standing there. It's pretty amazing. Again, I'd like to point out, deep pass with no speed. So EA, Madden has like a team of 50 people who work on a game. This is a team of 4. One other thing to keep in mind, Pressing with the good run. One other thing to keep in mind, it's actually really fun. I've emailed the guy asking questions, and when that happens, he's actually been really good about responding. Like, I've said, hey, I need help with this. He's like, yeah, no problem. To me, that just speaks volumes. Who the hell was that to? I'm so glad you like this thing. Troy Pressing is obviously going to win player of the game, as I hope you are all ready for overtime as we go to interception number 4. This game is going to end in a tie. And It is something. Can the Hotshots finally score? Just think, if one of these field goals had been made, we'd have this thing in the bag and done. But instead, we are going to get even more Axis football. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Because I am totally excited. So, if you're wondering why these quarterbacks were selected, pretty much if you weren't a GM, I put you in a quarterback lottery pool and said based on which number you randomly picked on a scale of 1 to 46, the lowest numbers would get to play, which is how we got Orange Cassidy as top of the depth chart. And who the heck is the quarterback again? I don't even remember. Brister. And Brister. So, one thing to keep in mind as Brister throws yet another interception. Coach, you're in this game. Everyone's on the depth chart. Doesn't mean that necessarily you get a play. If the ball is thrown your way and no one catches, it all happens. AC, you're not playing though because I don't like you. Wow, this play is just amazing. AC, I love you. You know that. Here, please don't kill me in D&D tomorrow. I don't want to die. I have set the depth charts, but it just might be because of injuries that they don't change people out. David S. Pumpkins with the first rush of his night for 1 yard. Alstott just kind of tumbles. Guys, we're going into overtime. We are going into overtime. It's gonna be fun. The only thing that has to happen is a team has to score. Luckily, these teams have been nothing short of high scoring all night. I am so glad we all agree. This is amazing football. Yes, so AC, I just named every single body McBotterson. That drop was amazing. Troy pressing, they get all the way up. That's interesting because I've actually never seen it get to an overtime. No, we don't have a touchdown. This is going to... I can feel this. They're going to miss this kick. Pressing is in! Touchdown! And the game is over. The Texans, the Texas Super, have won in overtime with 13 seconds to go. 9-2. A classic matchup. No, wait. Overtime isn't golden goal? Oh my god. They can actually... The Hotshots have a chance. They have 8 seconds on a Hail Mary play because their running game, their passing game has been so good. That's good to know. You know, I'll be honest. That's game. Are they going to kneel it? Or are they going to actually run a play? They're going to run a play. And now they're going to kill it. And that is our game. Well, the Super outperformed this. I want to point out the Super actually had way more offensive linemen, so it probably was a big impact. There were 7 turnovers in this game. So let's go through the stats, see what we got. We have Terrell Brister, who completed 3 passes of 19, averaging 10.7 yards per and 4 interceptions. On the other side, we have Orange Cassidy, throwing for 12% completion on 2 for 17. Guys, this is going to be fun when we actually update. I swear. On rushing, we had 2 people rushing, Pressing and Rico. Pressing did all the work, averaging 7.8 yards per carry for 1 game-ending touchdown. And Alstott ran 17 yards for 60, averaging 3.5. On the reception line, Alstott had 1. Yeah, no, this is what happened. So, Michael Williams had... What team is he on? All right, we're going defense. All right. So we had Baby, Botterson, Johnson with an interception of 5 tackles. Bodderson doing a Bodderson with a tackle. I love it. Team 1 receiving. That is Team 1 receiving. Oh, let's go to Team 2 receiving. All right, Arizona defense. We had Bodderson leading the way. However, Fisher, Fowler, and Bodderson each came up with an interception as well as Nikita. I don't know how to pronounce names. We had 5 passes deflected and so many more just overthrown. Bodderson with a stat line of 0. By the way, you may be asking, TLK, why did we put in random numbers when we were creating players? All of these player profiles, those are your random numbers. Because depending on your skin tone, it changes what your profile looks like depending on number. So this could be number 17 for skin tone number 1, and this could be 17 for skin tone number 2. I have no way of knowing. So, yeah, thank you all for joining in on the prospect game. For those of you who didn't play, I'm going to screenshot everything, so that this way if we can get a second game going. AC, what do you want? You want another? Do we want another game, folks? Do we want to see one of actually, like, generally created teams, or do we want more of these human garbage teams? New QBs? All right. Give me 2 minutes. Let me switch out the people on the depth chart, so bear with me 2 minutes. I'm not playing games all night. Oh, I have a meeting till 11:30. I could, in theory, play all night. All right. So let me just see if team editor. Back, customize, team editor, back, customize, player editor? No, alright. So we gotta do it this way. Cool. Let's go to the files. So let's start with the hotshots. Alright guys, who do we want to see out for Orange Cassidy? Like I said, with updates, you can do it all in Excel, and it's beautiful. All right, we're seeing Addison Payton, who is quarterback. Oh, he's on the other team. Orange Cassidy is staying in. All right, on running back, though, we are going to get everyone in. So... Scott Michaels. We're gonna go here. I'm just fixing things up. Bear with me. Right, so guys, if you think this is cool, this is super easy. We are hiring a player progression team. We do need help. Patterson, body. I don't care about you two anymore. We've already hired you, Casey Colby. You are part of the player progression team. Are there any other DBs I'm missing? Jordals. All right. The Arizona Hotshots are good to go. Yes, we are saving changes. Saving it as roster. We are not overwriting it. Yes. All right. Let's go to Texas. Terrell Brister has had a great first game, but he needs rest. It's like a pitching rotation. Just keep going. Ooh, actually, I've got an idea. Don't worry, AC, you're going to play. You're switching teams, though. Okay, cool. Roster. Terrell Brister is now on the bench. And I know what you're wondering. Guys, why is Levy Haywood twice on there? Because I couldn't read depth. Alright, so who else do we got who hasn't played? We're going to switch up the running back depth, so Rico's going to take the point over pressing. Colby, what did you put your things into? I'll do it right now. For power. 6 accuracy. Okay, that works. So let's do that. Yep, don't do that. Don't do that, TOK. You are going to regret your life choices if you do. Alright. So for the sake of sanity, Casey Colby is going to be the kicker at kick power 4, 59, and 61. Easy. Alright. Roster is saved. Now you may be going, AC, what about me? Oh, we should probably also do this. What we're going to do is we're going to put, yeah, oh, that's Miracle, body, block your line. Alright, so everyone else is in there. No, we're good. Miracle, come with me. Where we're going, we need roads. Roads to success. Roster. Orange Cassidy is now there. And we're going to do this one. We're switching things up. So we have been moving things around. I can definitely... We can put you as starting... No, I switched out starting RB. So I've already done that. So we're just going to put... Who's our fastest? We're going to put Pumpkins. We're going to put Pumpkins in over Allstott. Allstott's going to be our second. What I've also done is I've also thrown in a ton of running backs as wide receivers because we had more running backs than we did wide receivers. So I wanted to make sure everyone did get playtime. That was a big thing, except for AC. He doesn't need it playtime. He's AC Payton. There we go. Granted, because he's put it all in like Patrick Mahomes with a gun. Does anyone know what Westerfield put in? Otherwise, then I've got to look on my sheet. I don't want to reveal things, so he is a K. I just don't know what he's put it into. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to randomly pick. He's going to put it all into power. After the legendary wide receiver, he will be named. So he's going to have a 65 power. It's going to be fun. All right. Roster is saved. Jamiracle on 42nd Street, 43rd Street, 59th Street. What's the name of that film? Guys, this is actually going to bother me. So let's start this thing up again. Jamiracle on 34th Street. There we go. Thank you, Colby. And we are going back into the game. Now, usually there's music, usually there's commentary. They have 3 songs in this game, and I have not figured out how to add more, so I slowly go insane while working in it. So I've turned off the music. We're going to spectate once again. The Arizona Heat, not the Hot Shots, my bad. The Hot Shots are the AAF team, actually. Needless to say, you can see this. This is not the actual rosters. I haven't put in all the body McBottersons yet. I just love the Flamingos, but you'll see their jerseys when they all get revealed. We're going to do a jersey reveal at some point. I'm not sure when. It'll be fun. We're going to play at the Super. We're ready. We're ready. As Jamiracle Robinson is going to take on Aaron Ozark. Huh, they picked the same face. Stadium. Let's flick up the stadium a bit. Let's make it fun. let's go to the launch pad. Weather. How do we want the weather, guys? Do we want to have some fun with it? Let's have some fun with it. We're going to make it a daytime game because I just want to show you everything this game can do. Oh, we want to snow? Snow has been the preference. Do we want high winds as well? High winds or light winds? Ooh, or we can do no wind. I like wind. Alright, high winds mean nothing when you have a gun. Rules are this. This is still fine. Experts. Experts had the super after their last win over the Heat as being the clear favorites. Guys, I just want to go before we start with this. Look at these scores. If we see a touchdown, it'll be a miracle. Let's go. I will not lie. I'm having fun with this. I'm having a lot of fun with this. AC, I gotta figure out how to add you to the booth. That is the thing for next game. So as you can see, it is snowing at the launch pad in Arizona. Guys, I don't want to tell you things, but climate change is real. It's snowing in Arizona. Needless to say, the winds are high. This game is not ideal conditions, and Williams has the ball again. Huh, interesting. And he's taken down. I don't know how to set kick and punt returners. Rico's got the ball with an outside toss. He's got some distance for 10 yards. Rico's got it again. He's got 9 yards. Now he's got a full 10. I'm proud of him. He's made it so far. We've got 11 yards. This is truly the great thing. Ozark has got it. Whew. Rico's gaining ground. This all playbook is fun. So one thing I do want to point out, I decided to keep it fair. I kept the playbooks open as all, not really letting the teams sort of dictate things, but the all playbook is not an option for the actual teams. I've just put it in there just for fun. Instead, what we're going to have is we have 5 different playbooks, which I've got images. They get really deep. Like, the options, ooh, what a pick by Bodderson. The options themselves get a little bit, someone was asking, like, what is it? So it's 5 real options. You have Air Raid, West Coast. Guys, can we just appreciate Round Boy Tire over there? That is a great name. That is a great, great name. These sponsors are amazing. So the playbooks are different. There's Power Run, there's West Coast, there's Not a Miracle on 34th Street. And obviously when we actually start messing with the teams, messing with the rosters, messing with, like, actually the stats, it's going to be a good game. But here's something to just keep in mind. Like, the playbooks are, your GMs are going to be responsible for the playbooks. Now, it's just simply deciding on defense whether 3-4 or 4-3, but that doesn't mean they're solely 3-4 or 4-3. What a juke. End of the first quarter. We have a team in striking distance. Now with the kicker who can actually kick, we may have a touchdown or a field goal. And turning that, ooh, Bodderson. These Bodderson brothers are killing it on the interceptions. As Pumpkins takes it back for 1 yard. David S. Pumpkins does not look like Tom Hanks, but I love it. The weight and the height. So you may have been asking why you're putting it in here. If all the players look exactly the same. They look the same minus their player profiles. And we have our first flag of the night. I think turning down the penalty ratings helped. Where Bonnie McBotterson has done a penalty. Body is just on fire. Miracle Robinson back to pass to someone. And if the players had speed, it would have been a catch. I won't lie. I've played actually good games. They've been fun. If you want, what I can do is I have the random created teams, and we could just see what one of those look like, just so you can see sort of how a fast game does play when the actual teams can play. But I don't know if you guys still want this, because This is fun. Okay, y'all watch some vids, so y'all know. We can also make this game ridiculous in so many ways. So one of the fun things about it is if you increase the speed of the game, it does not change the actual in-game play clock. So you can have something like 20 plays in the span of a minute because you make it the same one. Jalen, to answer your question, it's same teams, but the depth charts have been modified with the exception of Jim Miracle, who moved from one to another quarterback. So speeding it up is a good idea, except it doesn't change the play clock. We're just going to play more football for no additional things, and it's just going to be fast. Preston gets his first run of the night. Rico gets the ball back. So, yeah. As you can see, the snow kind of sticks to the ground. Doesn't really. We also can have, if you guys are college football fans and you guys know my favorite team stadium is, needless to say, Boise State. They do have the Boise State blue. Ooh, and it's slightly wide. We want more football? Alright, we'll get a third game going. We have a touchdown for the first touchdown of the night. They have the Boise in green, and they have the Boise in blue, yes. As you can see, we have the green field right here. But they also have a standard green. We'll play a game on the blue field afterwards, and you all will hate it. Colby, everyone sucks. The average stat of the player is 56. Like, these are not... The idea is that everyone can grow, everyone can develop exactly as they want without really any restrictions of a, what's the word? Pumpkin's got some distance. They might. We'll see what we got after this. I just want to say Texas has gone 2-0 so far if they win this game, but there's still another half of football left. Rico with the amazing juke. By the way, I appreciate that you all have been so excited about this. It really warms my heart. Wow. If any of them could actually run quicker than Tom Brady, that would have been God. And again. Killa, who's your player? And I will try and make sure that they're in there. Dexter Jackson. Aren't they already in there? Guys, no one can hit anyone. Your accuracy is 56, 57 to 65. All right, first half. I'm not going to look at the stats, but needless to say, the Super is destroying the Heat once more. Well, we could also... No, because that's still rosters. You've had 10 pass plays and no pass yards because Patrick Mahomes with a gun is just not you yet. Okay, yeah, I'll try and throw you in the next one. I've been trying to throw in every QB. The challenge is obviously with 7 QBs. Pumpkins with some yards. Seems like Pumpkins is the best running back right now. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is you've asked for... There you go, he got a passing yard. Buddy McBotterson with the missed tackle. I think is Buddy McBotterson. I'm assuming it's Buddy McBotterson. We can change the skin tone. We can darken that up. Because as you can see in the Excel sheet, all you have to do is just modify a number and make it what it is. Like, it's really, really simple. Patrick Mahomes with no arms. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes with no arms, Buddy McBotterson again with the penalty. They're going to decline it, needless to say, for the turnover. It's all day to throw, it's true. But the problem is no one's open right now. Once again, this was brought to you by Round Boy Tires and Sapphire Co. Because sapphires are the jewelry of football players. Pumpkins with another run, but a flag. Is this one coming back? It is going to not come back, as they're going to obviously take the first down. Another flag. Did the refs just decide to have a field day once again? Let's find out. Slower once more. We're going to do penalty 7, because otherwise these bots are going to be the death of us all. Hoppy, I just want to point out, we have played 2 games, and we have had a total of 13 points. That is 1 touchdown, or 2 touchdowns, and a missed field goal. Or 1 touchdown, a made field goal, and 2 field goals. A made extra point and 2 field goals. Guys, every one of our players sucks. This is like freaking god-awful football. Like, this is the quality of football. Like, you know how there's the what's it? The John Boyce thing, where he like tries to kill a sport, where he kills the sport of basketball, and by like seeing how long he can go with just terrible upon terrible players. This is fumble dimension. There we go. Thank you, AC. This is fumble dimension football right here. Except the difference is we're going to get better. Look at all those people in the stands, just posed, ready to dance. Body McBotterson with another penalty. We are in the fumble dimension of football, and let's be real, each and every one of you is loving it. Rico fumbles the ball, but Williams picks it up, making it 2nd and 11. How does that work? And an interception. They said, we wanted a touchdown, we want the ball, we're going to get it. And they said, all right, not by fumble, then 2 by land, 1 by sea, or air. Ooh, that was nearly caught by Jamiracle, who is 2 for 14 on the night. Yeah, guys, so here's what we're going to do. I think watching this game has me convinced that this is probably the smart play to make. You're going to negotiate your contracts after you're drafted. Wow. You're going to then use that contract money to update. That one's going to be free on the house. It is not going to cost against the cap. In fact, I'm going to write this up right after that. No, we can't make our starting attributes higher because regression is going to be a monster. And trust me, with how the cap is designed, it's going to be fun. Don't worry. AC, have I ever led you astray? Do not answer that question honestly. Because the answer, if you answered it honestly, would be no. I have never led you astray. Body McBotterson back to punt for a measly 20 yards. Those cheerleaders are doing the YMCA. I think they were on the C, then they were doing the A. I think they were doing the YMCA. Oh man, now I gotta change cheerleader uniform colors too to match everything. I hate UAC. It's a pick. Is it nearly a 6? No. Oh, that's... Troy pressing. Has some yards. God, whoever drafts pressing is going to be in for a good running back. He built it well. I don't know what he did. I could look what he did. Touchdown! So to answer a question of how we spend our TP, so after a draft, what I'm doing is basically I'm making a sheet. There you go, Colby, you got a field goal. I'm making a sheet for every single team where players can update, and that'll feed right into their roster page so that the simmers as well as myself can just copy and paste it and easily update. So we are definitely, it is something I haven't forgotten. It is something I'm doing, but I want to just do it where I can consolidate everything into one sheet rather than just try and guess and have to scramble and pick everything up. Does that make sense and answer your question? Yeah. Like, the idea is in the name, super casual. I don't want to make this thing painful for, oh my god, Miracle has made this thing a game with 15 seconds left as Westerfield is back to kick. It is powerful. It is good. All right, they're going for the onside kick. I can feel it. And the onside kick is no good. That'll kill the game. As I think they're going to kneel the ball, because I'm sure that is actually a play. Looks like the AI doesn't believe in kneeling. Rico just doesn't know what he's doing. Rico does not know what he's doing. Colby, I would like to disagree heavily with you. I believe that the worst kicker is Buddy McBotterson, kicker for 4 of these teams right now. Rico got real nervous. Oh, wait. No, the Rico play makes sense. They were killing the clock. So he was just waiting for people to come get him, but killing the clock. It's a smart play. Actually, I like that. All right, so Jamiracle with 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, finished with a rating of 16. This is quality. Yeah, but that's a bad sample size. Averaging 12.3 yards per pass. Aaron Ozark, his twin and doppelganger, who both look like freaking, I don't even know, Brock Lesnar slightly, but not really. I don't know who they look like, but they look familiar. Went 4 for 14, throwing it for 4 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. God, I wish I need a way to export this. It's one thing we need. Rico, who looks like Ozark's thinner brother. Seriously. Went for 14 yards, 2 fumbles, pressing, ran twice. On rushing on the other side, let's go there first. Pumpkins did all the work. Looking like, I don't even know. It is a small sample size. You kicked twice. They kicked once. Pumpkins with all the yards of 5.8. Mendez and McBotterson both leading with a touchdown. Going for a lot of... Mendez being the main wide receiver, targeted 6 times for all the good it did him, catching 1/3 of them. Jamiracle spread the ball around. He got it to everyone. Not really targeting any one player more times than any, except for his running back all-stop. So, yeah. And then on defense, William Thompson leading the charge with Buddy McBotterson causing the forced fumble, and Buddy McBotterson again leading with interceptions. Johnson, McBotterson doing again. 3 pass deflected by Lockington, who also had 1 interception. Probably defensive player of the game quality right there. And yeah, that is the game of the night. That's 2 games. Yeah, when these teams start to materialize, it's actually going to be a lot of fun. We have enough people for 6 rounds of drafting, so invite your friends. Let's get 7. If you know people who are interested and haven't joined, get them in here. You can also do a lot of cool things with it. So if we want to Jamiracle, we can change. So Jamiracle, you said you want your skin tone darker? Let's make it 4. That's what he looks like at 4. He's making no money. We can also put the salary in here, which is going to be fun. Okay, so I'll just change that. So these are all the errors in here. So discipline is obviously how well you do it. Here's contract. We're not going to worry about that. Awareness, this, that, so on and so forth. And yeah, because the files will be editable, anyone will be able to see them, so I'm not going to do it. Why is your potential going to be 8? Yeah, we can put salary in, so we'll be able to keep track of sort of how everyone's contract is. Why don't we just make your number 8? Your number is 8. You're good. It's not going to save anyway, because it's all going back into the spreadsheet. No. Oh, fine. All right. Fine. Just because you are my DM tomorrow. Skin 8. Portrait. But I decided no one wanted to see 7,000 different portraits. Okay, there you go. Now I've got to remember it because otherwise you will look weird. And yeah, so let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, so if you guys want to sim, you just need to download the game, turn your mods onto use mods, and then we can actually just download the files. It's really easy, and we definitely need more simmers because one of the things I want to see for this league is I want to see more than just me simming. If it's going to rely on me simming every time, this league will not survive. We do need a lot of simmers. So it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. All you have to do is do exhibition, spectate, and then you know the rest. Make sure the playbooks match and all of that sort of stuff. I can show you how to make a uniform. So there are 2 steps to it. Let's actually start with Photoshop. So what you want to do is you need to start with the actual file and just start editing it. So in your case, I did this, updated that, put in the logos, had to actually hide the old logos, and then I updated that. That one was really easy. But here, let me show you one of them that wasn't. So let's go to uniforms, jerseys. So I just cheated. I copied and pasted a lot, but this is all there. Oh, let me show up the PSD so you can actually see the work. So once you do that, so let's say we want to change something, just so you can see sort of how it works. So we're gonna change this color to color overlay. We're gonna make it this, and you're gonna see why. Because what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna switch up the colors. So that we have the inverse. It's like the New York Mets. Who doesn't love that? No one, because the Mets are great. Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Come on, everybody, and greet the Mets. So we're going to do that. And so now we have this. I'm going to save this. You want to save it as a file. Yep, do not do that. File, save as. And you want to save it as a PNG file. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to name it away, even though it's going to be our home jersey. So we're going to go back. We're going to customize. So we have this already made. You need Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, though, GIMP also works. It is free. I would recommend it. So I haven't changed the helmet, obviously. I do like GIMP. I used to work in it. So you then select the team you want. So in this case, Tampa. By the way, guys, do we want to see sort of all the jerseys? Because we can do that too. So helmet is obviously your helmet type. You're going to rotate it by that. So we're just going to look at this. And jersey top normal base. These are all the basic ones that came in. The white, or in my personal case. So here's the orange and blue that we just created. Which, not going to lie, looks pretty sharp. I didn't change anything on the pants, so we didn't do it. But that's what they look like. So you get to choose one team, guys. Not the robots. Robots are a bot. Atlanta and Arizona are bots. Which team do you want to see the jersey leaked for? I cannot zoom. I can only rotate. Alright, we want to see the Flamingos. Fort Lauderdale. So I've built 3 for Fort Lauderdale. Which I've got to fix the helmets for slightly because they're looking a little weird. So these are your away jerseys. These are your black alternate jerseys, which I really like because they're slick. And then your home jerseys are this one with the white pants, which I really love. Alright, so we want to see all of them. Let's just go through all of them. So we're on to Omaha, the Vipers. So this is their away jersey. And they actually just wanted 2, a home and an away. So this is their home. One of the things I love about the Vipers jersey is that they actually decided to keep the helmet clean and simple. They didn't want anything on it, which I really like. Next one we're going to go to are Roswell. So these are Roswell Aliens. This is their away jersey. I decided, this one I kind of had free reign over. I decided to keep the helmets plain and simple, kind of like an alien head. This is their home alternate, which is quite bright and green. And then their third color of purple. Purple visor in their standard home to make that look really good. The Sapporo. So Sapporo Chocobos are actually based on the fighter's uniform from the Nippon League, if I'm not mistaken, if I pronounced that terribly wrong. So one of the things that I really love about that jersey is the asymmetry. So this is their away jersey, which is pretty much almost all white with a couple of stripes. And you're going to see this purple stripe with the green a lot, as well as the mismatched socks, which I liked. You have their home alternate, which is the white with the green on the back, and then their main home, which is this one with the white on the shoulder and the asymmetry, which I really love. Next we have Tampa Bay, which are the Coyotes. So they went with the orange and black. I won't lie, I started to like this, but then so this is their home alternate, and then actually the favorite one I designed probably is this one right here. It's their home jersey, and you're going to see it, and you're going to love it. With the forest of trees on the jersey. It's one of the things I absolutely love about it. It was really fun to design. It took a while, but what I love is just how much capability there is. And finally, our last team, the Toronto Rush. So one of the cool things is actually one of the default teams is kind of these color schemes. So I stole a lot of that. But I did make some modifications. So one of the things we did was 3 stripes on the sleeves, and then the gloves, as you'll notice on most teams, has the Access Football X, which you can see on the shoes here. But I decided to make that part of the gloves, make the Canadian Maple Leaf, as they are one of our 2 international teams. Put Toronto on the front here. It's pretty basic, pretty simple, but I kind of like it. And again, I love my asymmetry. So that there and the Rush logo. Kind of on the helmets is a nice look. You can also make the helmets chrome, but I decided to keep them where they were because I like the way they look. Their home alternate is a red with the white gloves. This is probably actually the main one they're going to use, but they like that one a lot. And then the other one is we switched up the gloves and the arm sleeves a bit, so it makes it look like a good Canada colors. And so those are your 6 teams and their jerseys. I will also post all these a little closer to the draft. So if you missed it, don't worry. You're going to see them again and again and again. If we do expand, so all teams are custom made, so we can definitely have some fun with them. So, yeah. And then finally, the Texas, as we all saw. And here are the 2 defaults, just so you all can see sort of what I had to work with and kind of steal. So this is the Arizona Hotshots. They're away and they're home, kind of basic, kind of simple, and their helmets are kind of meh. So, and then Atlanta had this one. So as you can see, I stole a bit from it, but it's a very different uniform look. So, and you can also change the numbering, so you get some fun numbering options. Let's make it so here. Arizona actually has a fun one, which is that right there. So yeah, you can have some real fun with the jerseys. Once you figure out how to get it, it all works out. But I'll be honest, picking and choosing and guessing within Photoshop, kind of tricky. So yeah. Thank you. Franchise mode is kind of weird, so we're never going to worry about that. And so yeah.